Welcome to our tutorial on using dimensions. Let's start by creating a sketch. We'll apply a vertical line, a horizontal line, and an arc. A few more lines. And let's close our sketch. Right-click, select Done. Now let's apply dimensions. We'll select the General Dimension tool. Let's click on this line and click here. Let's enter a value of 2 inches in the Edit Dimensions dialog window and click OK. Next, I'm going to dimension this line. I'll click on this line, and I'll place the dimension right here. 1 inch, OK. Now we need to place a collinear relation between these two lines. Select Collinear Relation. Select these two lines. Let's choose Select Dimension again. Move the sketch a little bit. Now I'll click on this line, and you see when I move the mouse, I toggle between the horizontal and vertical dimensions. When I right-click, I can choose between aligned, vertical, and horizontal dimensions. Okay, let's apply a dimension right here. We'll make it 1/2 inch and click OK. In the status bar, by the way, we see that 5 dimensions are still needed. Next, I'm going to dimension this line. And after the Edit Dimension dialog window opens, click this dimension, enter the divide symbol, a /, and then 3. Basically, I want this distance to be 3 times shorter than this one. Click OK. Now if I double-click this dimension and then enter a value of 1.5 inches, click OK, this dimension will change as well. OK, let's undo. Now let's apply a radius dimension. Let's say 1/4 inch. OK. And a distance dimension, 1/2 inch. OK, it looks like we've applied all our dimensions, but the status bar shows that 2 dimensions are still needed. Basically, we need to anchor the sketch. Let's select Project Geometry and Center Point. A center point appears right here. Now let's select a coincident relation. We'll select this point, and now we see that the sketch is fully constrained. Let's go back to dimension. I'm going to apply an angular dimension, something like this. We get a warning message though. Adding this dimension will over-constrain the sketch. Choose Accept to create a driven dimension. Let's accept this. And now you see that this angular dimension is a driven dimension. It's inside parentheses. At this point, I'll right-click and select Done. We can reposition our dimensions if needed just by selecting and dragging them. Lastly, what I want to show here, let's right-click and choose Dimension Display. Here we can choose between what we want displayed, the value, the name, the expression, and tolerance. And this concludes our tutorial about using dimensions.